When bidding on a restaurant electrical contract, a thorough approach is essential for success. Firstly, conduct a comprehensive walkthrough to meticulously identify all electrical requirements. This includes lighting systems, power needs for various pieces of equipment, the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning or HVAC system, and security systems. No detail should be overlooked. Secondly, collaborate closely with mechanical and structural engineers. This ensures your design meets all relevant building codes and specifications. Their expertise can prevent costly oversights and ensure compliance. Thirdly, consider future expansions. Restaurants often undergo renovations or expansions. Incorporate flexible and upgradable electrical infrastructure to accommodate potential future changes. This forward-thinking approach can save the establishment money in the long run. Fourthly, propose energy-efficient solutions. Recommend energy-efficient lighting, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems and appliances. These options reduce operating costs and appeal to environmentally conscious owners. Fifthly, prioritize accessibility and safety. Ensure compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as ADA regulations. Provide adequate lighting, clearly marked emergency exits, and appropriate signage. Safety should always be a paramount concern. Sixthly, thoroughly inspect the site to identify any existing underground utilities or potential obstacles that may impact installation. Knowing the lay of the land beforehand helps prevent unforeseen delays and expenses. Seventhly, research and factor in the prevailing wages and union requirements for electrical work in the specific area. Understanding local labor costs ensures an accurate and competitive bid. Eighthly, identify reputable suppliers and negotiate favorable pricing for materials. Securing the best possible deals on materials can significantly impact your bottom line. Ninthly, if necessary, subcontract portions of the project to qualified and experienced professionals. This may include heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration technicians. Only use trusted and reliable subcontractors. Regarding caveats for bidding on a restaurant electrical project, it is important to understand the specific electrical requirements of all kitchen appliances. This includes ranges, ovens, coolers, and dishwashers. These appliances often have unique power demands that must be carefully considered. Plan for separate lighting zones to control the overall ambience and energy consumption. Dimmable lighting and zone controls can enhance the dining experience and conserve energy. Coordinate closely with the fire protection contractor to ensure proper installation of fire alarm and sprinkler systems. These systems are critical for safety and must be seamlessly integrated with the electrical system. If the restaurant has outdoor seating, account for lighting, power outlets, and weather resistance. Outdoor electrical installations must be designed to withstand the elements. If there is existing wiring, conduct a thorough inspection to determine its overall condition and suitability for the new electrical system. Replacing old or inadequate wiring may be necessary to ensure safety and reliability. Be acutely aware of the bid requirements, including all deadlines, specific submission formats, and evaluation criteria. Adhering to these requirements is crucial for your bid to be considered. Research competing bids and consider strategies to differentiate your proposal and highlight your unique strengths. Demonstrate your value proposition to stand out from the competition. In the kitchen, high-power equipment demands careful planning. Ovens can draw significant amperage, sometimes requiring dedicated 240-volt circuits with breakers rated for 50 amps or higher. Commercial dishwashers often need both high-temperature water and substantial electrical power, sometimes 208 volts or 480 volts depending on the model, and potentially drawing 30 to 60 amps. Refrigeration units need reliable power and often require dedicated circuits to prevent overloading. Consider using energy-efficient models to reduce the overall electrical load. Don't forget the smaller appliances like blenders, food processors, and coffee machines, which can add up if not properly accounted for. Proper grounding is critical in a commercial kitchen environment due to the presence of water on metal surfaces. All outlets should be ground fault circuit interrupter protected, or GFCIs, especially those near sinks and wet areas. Regular inspections of grounding systems should be part of the restaurant's maintenance plan. The lighting plan should incorporate different zones, each controllable independently. Dining areas may benefit from dimmable lighting to adjust the ambience, while kitchen areas need bright, task-oriented lighting. Consider LED lighting for energy efficiency and long life. Emergency lighting is required to ensure safe egress in case of a power outage. Exit signs must be clearly visible and continuously illuminated. Local codes dictate the specific requirements for emergency lighting, including the duration of backup power. Fire alarm systems are crucial for early detection and notification of a fire. These systems must be integrated with the building's electrical system and comply with local fire codes. Heat detectors should be installed in the kitchen area, while smoke detectors are typically used in dining areas and hallways. Regular inspections and testing of the fire alarm system are mandatory. Outdoor areas require weatherproof outlets and lighting fixtures. Ground fault circuit interrupter protection is essential for all outdoor outlets. Lighting should be designed to provide adequate illumination for safety and security, while also enhancing the outdoor ambience. Consider using timers or photocells to automatically control outdoor lighting. When assessing existing wiring, look for signs of damage, such as frayed insulation, loose connections, or corrosion. Old wiring may not be able to handle the increased electrical load of a modern restaurant. Consider replacing outdated wiring with new, properly sized conductors. Check the capacity of the existing electrical panel to ensure it can accommodate the new electrical loads. If necessary, upgrade the panel to a larger size. Ensure that all electrical work complies with the latest edition of the National Electrical Code, also known as NEC, and local building codes. Permits are typically required for electrical work, and inspections are necessary to ensure compliance. Understand the local utility company's requirements for electrical service connections. This may involve coordinating with the utility company to upgrade the service entrance or install new metering equipment. Consider the use of a backup generator to provide power in case of a power outage. This can be crucial for maintaining refrigeration and other essential equipment. The generator must be properly sized and installed in accordance with local codes. Surge protection is important to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes. Install surge suppressors at the main electrical panel and at individual outlets. Consider using a power management system to monitor and control energy consumption. This can help identify areas where energy can be saved. Educate the restaurant staff on basic electrical safety practices. This includes how to recognize and report electrical hazards, and how to use electrical equipment safely. Keep detailed records of all electrical work, including wiring diagrams, equipment specifications, and inspection reports. This documentation can be valuable for future maintenance and troubleshooting. Establish a preventative maintenance program to regularly inspect and test electrical equipment. This can help identify and correct potential problems before they lead to breakdowns. When developing your bid, be realistic about the time and resources required to complete the project. Overestimating the project can lead to inaccurate bids and potential losses. Clearly define the scope of work in your bid to avoid misunderstandings with the restaurant owner. Include detailed specifications for all materials and equipment. Obtain multiple quotes from suppliers to ensure you are getting the best possible prices. Factor in a contingency amount in your bid to cover unforeseen expenses. Present your bid in a professional and organized manner. Highlight your qualifications and experience. Be prepared to answer questions about your bid and explain your approach to the project. Follow up with the restaurant owner after submitting your bid to show your interest in the project. Ultimately, winning a restaurant electrical contract depends on careful planning, accurate estimation, and a strong understanding of the unique electrical needs of this type of establishment. A restaurant environment can be demanding on electrical systems. The kitchen presents significant challenges because commercial kitchens require heavy-duty appliances such as commercial ovens that can use 208 volts or 240 volts, and draw anywhere from 30 amps to 60 amps. Commercial refrigerators need to run constantly, so reliable power is critical and they often require dedicated circuits. Dishwashers can also be high power consumers, demanding 208 volts or even 480 volts in some cases, alongside significant amperage. For lighting, the dining area will need a warm, inviting atmosphere which will require dimmable lights. The kitchen will need bright, task-oriented lighting for food preparation. Energy-efficient LED lighting is recommended throughout the restaurant to reduce energy costs. Regarding safety, ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI outlets, are required in all wet locations, such as near sinks and dishwashing areas. All electrical equipment must be properly grounded to prevent electrical shock. Emergency lighting and exit signs are required to ensure safe evacuation in case of a power outage. These must have battery backups. The electrical system must be designed to handle the restaurant's current and future needs. The service entrance should be sized appropriately to accommodate all electrical loads, with room for expansion. The electrical panel should have enough circuit breakers to handle all circuits, with spare capacity for future additions. Wiring should be sized according to the National Electrical Code, also known as NEC, to prevent overheating and fires. Regarding energy efficiency, consider installing energy-efficient appliances and lighting. Use occupancy sensors to turn off lights in unoccupied areas. Install a power management system to monitor and control energy consumption. Regularly inspect and maintain electrical equipment to ensure it is operating efficiently. Comply with all applicable electrical codes and regulations. Obtain all necessary permits before starting any electrical work. Schedule inspections by the local electrical inspector to ensure compliance with the code. Keep accurate records of all electrical work, including wiring diagrams, equipment specifications, and inspection reports. Consider the following steps in a restaurant bidding process. Firstly, review the bid documents carefully to understand the project requirements and scope. Secondly, visit the site to assess the existing conditions and identify any potential challenges. Thirdly, develop a detailed estimate of all costs, including labor, materials, and equipment. Fourthly, prepare a comprehensive bid proposal that outlines your qualifications, experience, and proposed approach. Fifthly, submit your bid by the deadline. In order to be competitive, you should research the competition to understand their pricing and approach. Highlight your strengths and differentiators in your bid proposal. Offer value-added services, such as energy-efficient design or preventative maintenance. Build strong relationships with restaurant owners and managers. Seek referrals from satisfied clients. A restaurant is high risk for electrical fires due to grease, water, and high-power equipment. The kitchen exhaust system must be properly installed and maintained to prevent grease buildup. All electrical equipment must be kept clean and free of grease and debris. Fire suppression systems must be in place to quickly extinguish any fires. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential to prevent electrical fires. Restaurants need reliable power for their operations, and power outages can result in significant financial losses. Consider installing a backup generator to provide power in case of an outage. The generator should be sized to handle critical loads, such as refrigeration, lighting, and point-of-sale systems. Regular testing and maintenance of the generator are essential to ensure it will operate properly when needed. Restaurants use a lot of energy, and energy costs can be a significant expense. Implementing energy-efficient measures can save the restaurant money on their utility bills. Consider installing energy-efficient lighting, appliances, and heating and cooling systems. Use occupancy sensors to turn off lights in unoccupied areas. Install a power management system to monitor and control energy consumption. In addition to the kitchen, the dining area also has specific electrical needs. Ambience is important, so dimmable lighting is often used to create a warm and inviting atmosphere. Outlets are needed for point-of-sale systems, computers, and other electronic equipment. Sound systems and televisions may also require electrical connections. In the restrooms, ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI outlets are required near sinks. Hand dryers and other electrical appliances must be properly grounded. Adequate lighting is essential for safety and hygiene. The exterior of the restaurant also has electrical needs. Signage needs to be illuminated to attract customers. Outdoor lighting is needed for safety and security. Outlets may be needed for outdoor seating areas or for special events. The electrical system must be designed to withstand the elements and be properly protected from moisture and corrosion. Finally, accessibility must be taken into account because the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as ADA, requires that electrical outlets and switches be accessible to people with disabilities. This means that they must be located at a certain height and be easy to reach. Ramps and other accessibility features may also require electrical connections. In the kitchen, for example, electrical circuits are the lifeblood of the operation. Commercial ovens, often requiring dedicated 240-volt circuits and 50 amps breakers, are essential for baking and roasting. Refrigeration units, needing constant power to maintain safe food temperatures, often use dedicated circuits, and energy-efficient models are preferable to reduce energy consumption. Dishwashers, requiring both high-temperature water and significant electrical power, can draw 30 to 60 amps, especially those models operating at 208 volts or 480 volts. Small appliances like blenders, food processors, and coffee machines, while individually drawing less power, collectively contribute to the overall electrical load. Lighting in the kitchen must be bright and functional, utilizing energy-efficient LED fixtures for both general illumination and task lighting. Exhaust hoods over cooking areas require dedicated circuits to power the fans that remove smoke and grease. In the dining area, lighting sets the mood. Dimmable LED lighting allows for adjusting the ambience, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. Wall sconces and accent lights can add visual interest and highlight architectural features. Emergency lighting is crucial for safety, providing illumination during power outages and guiding patrons to exits. Outlets are needed for point-of-sale systems, cash registers, and other electronic devices used by staff. Decorative lighting fixtures, such as chandeliers or pendant lights, can enhance the aesthetic appeal of the dining space. In the restrooms, ground fault circuit interrupter outlets are essential near sinks and water sources to prevent electrical shock. Hand dryers require dedicated circuits and proper grounding. Adequate lighting is needed for safety and hygiene. The exterior is often the first impression. Illuminated signage attracts customers and promotes the restaurant's brand. Outdoor lighting enhances security and safety, illuminating walkways, parking areas, and entrances. Landscape lighting adds aesthetic appeal, highlighting architectural features and landscaping elements. Outlets may be needed for outdoor seating areas, allowing patrons to power devices or use portable heaters. Safety is paramount. Ground fault circuit interrupter outlets are required in all wet or damp locations, both indoors and outdoors. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical systems are crucial to prevent hazards and ensure safe operation. Emergency lighting systems must be tested regularly to ensure they function properly during power outages. Proper grounding of all electrical equipment is essential to prevent electrical shock. Compliance with all applicable electrical codes and regulations is mandatory, including obtaining permits and scheduling inspections. Accessibility is also important. Accessible outlets and switches must be provided in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act. Ramps and other accessibility features may require electrical connections for lighting or power. The electrical system should be designed to accommodate the needs of people with disabilities. Finally, regarding future expansion, it is critical to plan for future growth and expansion when designing the electrical system. Provide spare capacity in the electrical panel and wiring infrastructure to accommodate future equipment additions. Consider the potential for adding new dining areas, expanding the kitchen, or installing new technology. Flexible and scalable electrical systems can adapt to changing needs over time.